Well, good morning, everyone. This is Rebecca Haddix out in Valley Springs, California, and I am delighted to have you on today with our business success training. I'm going to share a little bit about myself first. My background is in fitness and management, and I had gone back to school for an MBA, thinking that would solve all my problems, and I ended up at Starbucks as a store manager, and I was burned out. I was looking for something I could do from home that would actually make a difference in people's lives. And my son Mike introduced me to Reliv. He had struggled for years with ADHD, anxiety, depression, even bipolar as a teenager. And because of the amazing benefits he received from the Reliv products, he has been medication free for over a decade. It changed everything for him. For me, it was complete relief from all my menopause symptoms very quickly, the hot flashes, the night sweats, the brain fog, and I was able to avoid hormone replacement therapy, which had been my goal. So I was pretty excited about what we found. So I reached out to my brother, very busy OBGYN, and together we've helped hundreds of his patients with this amazing nutrition. It's just been such a joy to be able to work with him and see the kind of results we can get right alongside his clinical practice. But I didn't realize at the time that he was really struggling with his own health issues. After a day of surgery, his hands were so bad that he was actually looking at disability. And when I finally got him started on the products, he got great results very quickly and realized that as long as he was drinking his shakes, he had no issues with his hands. He got off all of his medications and really he's in his 60s now. He's still taking a full practice and just thriving. So it's been a real joy to be able to help my family with Reliv. But I knew I did not want to go back into a corporate job. So I made the commitment to myself to follow my mentor's guidance. And we sat down and put together a business plan. I got to work. I started to take action. And I've just stayed focused on following that plan and building my distribution network. I want to create opportunity for others. And I have earned second in the nation in volume sales. And my bonuses that month were $2,500. And that was a shock. I never got that kind of bonus with any of the corporate jobs I got. So my goal is really to continue to build my business, and I still work very closely with my mentors, but I'm also focused on helping my team build their own Reliv business. I continue to pay it forward. I want to help more people to learn how fun it can be to work from home without a boss and earn great income. What we have is a gift we can offer to people, and what they do with the information is their business. When we care about people, really listen to what they're saying and experiencing, we can show them that they have options and they can change the situation they're in, whether it's health or finances or both. Reliv could be their answer. Reliv has been a huge blessing in our lives, and I'll never stop consuming the products, but I'll continue to pay it forward, helping others the way that I have been helped. I'm so grateful. So I want to welcome you to your Reliv business and congratulate you on making a great decision to become a part of this amazing company. So let's talk a little bit about basic leadership principles. This is so important because when we join Reliv, if they're anything like me, full of fear, and I was no leader. I did not understand leadership at all, but being in a company like this, in a program like this, really taught me leadership skills. And we know that leaders are always positive. You always want to stay positive and look at the bright side. And leaders take action. We make appointments, we sponsor, we practice integrity. Our word must be good. Leaders shine the light on others. I love being able to lift up and shine the light on my teammates that are having success. That's so much fun. Leaders are a product of the product. If we're not on the product, we're really not leading, because we need to be able to build our story, which is part of how we share the business. And leaders, of course, build teams. That's how we build that income that can last a lifetime. So the benefits of your own Reliv business, of course, it's tax time right now. So I love going back to this. And I'm in the process right now of putting all my tax information into my QuickBooks. And moving from a W-2 to a 1099 has been a learning experience, but it's been very cool. I like being able to write all this stuff off, the samples, your phone and your computer, your home office, the miles you drive, the conferences you attend, the meals you eat, the rooms you stay in, your meetings and events. all can be written off. And I really like that I can work my own hours from home. And that was especially wonderful through the pandemic. As we all know, our businesses didn't miss a beat because we just went from in-person meetings to Zoom. No overhead. Working from home is perfect. Low startup costs, which, as we all know, Reliv is just cut in half the qualification amount for master affiliate, which was very exciting. And the turnkey company support. We've got the ordering and the business tracking and the tools and all the events and meetings that the company does for us, and distributor relations, which saved my bacon many times, and all the training now that we can access online. So developing your Reliv story is one of the first things we teach new people, and it is so important to be able to share your story, health story, especially in a minute or less. And we teach, who are you? Where do you live? What's your career or profession? What did you used to do? Life before you were introduced to Reliv, and then, of course, your experience since being introduced to Reliv. And what I would like to do now is introduce some amazing special guest speakers that are going to come on and share their health and business stories. And first up is Judy Mallard from Texas. Thanks, Judy.
You're welcome. What an honor to be on, Rebecca. Thank you for asking me. My name is Judy Mallard. I'm from Texarkana, Texas, and Reliv found me 19 years ago. I was actually bedridden with a disease called fibromyalgia that the doctors couldn't figure out what was wrong with me. My results were fast and furious, but what was amazing was the team of support that I had walk alongside me. As a total stranger shared, she reminded me how safe it was. It wouldn't interfere with medications. In 4 days, guys, after being bedridden for 9 months, I was out of bed. In less than a week, I was able to stand up. Prior to that, I couldn't stand more than 5 seconds. My story goes on. It took a year and a half. I got results with allergies, asthma, leg cramps, irritable bowel syndrome, bursitis in both shoulders, arthritis all up and down my back and neck. I also had Morton's neuroma, which are tumors in the feet. I was a mess. I was on 9 months on pillows and heating pads. But guys, this product changed my life. In a year and a half, I got off every single medication. Every one of those issues were addressed, and I got my life back. Today, I'm going to be 71 years old soon, and I'm taking no medications. 30-year-olds can't keep up with me. But I want to share a second about how excited I got when I got out of bed and I got to finally get in a car and go share this. We came in at that highest profit level, unbeknownst to me that a business was born. We just wanted to fill the cupboards and just never stop taking it. But I shared this with my mom. She was about an hour away, and her results were with Parkinson's. When she was diagnosed, little things started happening. They started putting her on a lot of medications. It started out with the tremors. Then her speech was affected. Then she couldn't feed herself. She would slur like a baby, and we had to put bibs on her. Her mobility went away. She couldn't stand. Her balance was off. It was awful. And with a lot of the medications, she had hallucinations. She would say, Oprah's coming to dinner. I just was so concerned. You guys, we got these products in her. I had do a lot of shake control over the phone. But with that, her tremors were addressed. She was able to feed herself again. Even her handwriting came back. She was able to drive a car after a year. It was absolutely amazing. And then my stepdad was diagnosed with colon cancer, told to go home and get his affairs in order. He had less than a month to live. Guys, with the support team that we had with these products, he was cancer-free in 4 months. Now, I know Reliv doesn't cure, claim, or prevent any disease, but I learned with all the support we had that it fed the body, and the body was the miracle. I thank God for this business. I ended up being #1 in the nation 2.5 years ago, June of 2020, right after COVID started. I just called my sponsor and I said, look, I want to really be serious about this. And anyway, the check was over $6,400, not because of anything I did besides have a heart to share and open my mouth, but to share the blessings with other people and get me out of the picture. I've shared with so many people. The stories are endless, but I'm so grateful to be sitting here today and not only share my story, but a little bit of my mom, my stepdad, and the hope for others.
Judy, thanks so much. I love your story. That is profound. But I want to ask before you go, tell me a little bit about what you're doing with the new Energize Go. What are you taking it? Are you sampling it?
I am more than taking it. I'm so excited about that. My first customer Actually, you know, they kept showing these videos of the go, and until we're waiting and waiting in anticipation. All the ambassadors got it first, you know, so that really gave us excitement as we waited. But I knew my FedEx guy. I started sharing it with him, the business. It's been for like 9 months now, and he's just real nice, you know, but nothing ever happened. And I just left it alone. But when we got this, I thought, oh my gosh. So anyway, I had hurt my hand, and I got a big delivery delivered the day that I got it. What happened? And anyway, I opened the door. He was there, and we're personal. So I said, come in, come in. I hurt my hand. You have to help me. We have a new product. You've got to try it. Long story short, I had him open the boxes. I had the bottle of water ready. I poured it in it. He got on it, and you guys, in 2 days he called me back. He goes, Judy, he goes, I wake up at like 4:35 in the morning. My day gets started. He goes, I'm up and downstairs. He goes, that product, he didn't even know that it was named Go. He goes, it gave me my go. He goes, I need that stuff. Well, guys, he ended up joining me in the business. Another real quick story is my nail tech. I went to get my nails done, and the night before she had got hacked on Facebook, and she was really tired. She kept complaining she was tired. I don't go anywhere without my go. And if I have a big bag of samples. Anyway, I said, I brought this for me, but looks like you need it more. And I handed it to her. Guys, changed her dynamics of her whole day. And anyway, she also ordered. I've shared it everywhere I've gone. I just make sure I always have it. I make sure to get their information. We even took a trip to Oklahoma. Real quick, I'll share. This is exciting, guys, because I gave it to my husband. You know, when we drive, a lot of times he's stressful. We're going to Oklahoma, and it has all these new roads. And he gets stressed out and starts yelling, a little bit of road rage. And I'm always, you need to calm down. Well, I gave him that drink, guys. We have never had a more pleasant trip. There was no stress. There was no yelling. There was no gripping the wheel. 5 hours of driving. And he said he felt better when he got there than when he left. So he says, we have a gold mine here. We will never stop sharing Go. We will never stop sharing this business. And we will never stop sharing these products, the hope that the Lord sent to us.
Judy, thank you. That's awesome stories. I hope that encourages everybody. This is so exciting. Thank you so much for coming on this morning.
Thanks for having me.
You bet. And next, I'm going to move on to my friend Jackie Churchill from San Jose, California. And Jackie, if you could come on, I'd so appreciate you sharing your story.
Hi, everyone. My name is Jackie Churchill, and I live in San Jose, California, and I work in special education. Before I found Reliv, I would get sick a lot, and I missed a lot of work because of it. I would get bronchitis every winter and sometimes pneumonia. I had to be on antibiotics a lot, which was very frustrating. I also had frequent heart palpitations and sometimes panic attacks. And I ended up in the emergency room 2 different times because of the heart palpitations. And they said it was anxiety related. I also had bad gum recession and sensitivity to hot and cold foods because of that. After I found Reliv and started taking the products, I noticed in the first week that my brain fog lifted and I felt like I was coming alive. I also noticed that I had a greater amount of energy and stamina, and I had a sense of well-being that I never had before. I now no longer get bronchitis or pneumonia, and in fact, I haven't had to be on antibiotics in the last 8 years. So for me, that is a big breakthrough. And after adding a targeted solution, I got great results with heart palpitations. I now rarely have them, and I have a sense of calm I didn't have before. Also, my gum recession is gone, and I no longer have the sensitivity to hot and cold foods. So I made the decision to come into this business so I could earn income from home on a part-time basis. I'm excited about helping people not only with their health, but with their income as well. Thank you for letting me share.
Jackie, thanks so much. And I'd like to ask you quickly, have you tried the Energize Go? Are you sampling it?
No, I haven't.
Well, listen to Judy. I think that you need you need to
Yeah.
get some and start sampling it.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. Thanks, Jackie. I appreciate you coming on at
Thank
this
you.
very early time in California. And next, we're going to go to Eileen Tesh. And Nidra was not able to get on, unfortunately, this morning. Eileen has graciously offered to come on and share her amazing story. And thank you so much, Eileen.
My pleasure. Good morning, everyone. My name is Eileen Tesh. I live here in Algonac, Michigan, with my husband, Jim Tesh. He's a retired veterinarian. When we found Reliv now 16 years ago, I was a very busy attorney, running 3 offices, stressed out, burned out, working 80, 100 hours a week. My diet was caffeine, nicotine, and happy hour. And I was in my mid 40s, and I knew, that little voice in my head kept saying, you better start changing your lifestyle because, you're not getting any younger. But where do you start? And then here comes my sister with these cans, and she's all excited, and she just starts telling me some stories, and just to get her out of my office, I said, I'll take the product. She said, okay, just mix everything together and I'll go find out more about this company. I'm like, please don't hurry back. But in 2 weeks, I quit smoking. By the end of the month, I had lost weight. My depression disappeared. My skin cleared up. And people started noticing the change in me. My esthetician got started. She wanted to know what it was about. And even especially for her arthritis and back pain. So my husband, being a doctor, finally agreed to get on it. And he was suffering terribly, bone on bone in his knees, scheduled for carpal tunnel surgery, severe sleep apnea, tired all the time. And he was almost 60 when he got started. And instead of me trying to share it with him, since he knew I didn't know anything, I connected him with a retired football player, NFL football player, who avoided shoulder surgery so they could talk, guy to guy, and he would listen to him, obviously, more than he would listen to me. And he recommended my husband start taking 3 shakes a day because my husband was like, I'll give it a month. And to his amazement, the pain subsided in his knees. He added a couple other products and never had knee replacement surgery, canceled his carpal tunnel surgery, no more sleep apnea. He just started looking more youthful. They can't believe when he tells people he's 73 now. He went on to even use it in his practice with the animals, the core nutrition and the Arthafect and the Lunaregex capsules. He does a pet call now once a month. And to share how, our fur babies are suffering as much as us humans with the same kind of diseases. So that really opened his eyes and his heart to getting more information. We started listening to these stories, got engaged. I started getting on the trainings when I could. And when I heard the stories about the children, particularly those suffering from ADD, ADHD, autism, just getting a renewed sense of quality of life and getting off their medication. I'm a lawyer, I don't believe anything anyone says, but these people touched my heart. And that's when this business went from my head to my heart. And I knew I needed to do something here. I wasn't sure what it was going to be. This was completely out of my comfort zone. But with the help of our support team and my mentor, I was able to start working this business and earning while I was learning, but helping people and helping these families around my very busy schedule. And about 3 years, just part-time, I was able to take a leap of faith and do this. Concentrate on this business, building this business, resign from the law firm. And it has been such a blessing to just make a difference. That's why I became a lawyer. So we started earning 1,000, 2,000 a month, and now I'm a global ambassador with the company. That just means I've helped a lot of people. I was second in the nation last month in January, December, January. I can't remember because you know what? I would do this even if they didn't pay. And the best part is this has given me passion and purpose back in my life, and that is priceless.
Eileen, I love your story. Thank you so much for pinch hitting for me. And I'd like to ask you too, what are you finding with the Energize Go?
Well, first of all, I talking to everyone, and I listen to some of the other distributors, either on Instagram or Facebook, what they're teaching or what they're how they're sharing it. So real simply, I ask people, do you drink coffee? I work for a research food company, and they come out with a new product. Will you sample it? Tell me what you think. It's good. And they said, well, we know it has to be healthy coming from you. And one woman texted me yesterday, order me 3 more boxes. I don't want to be without my Energize Go. And that's, I've just been really just excited to see the difference even in myself. I don't really need any more energy. I limit myself to 1 cup of coffee a day, but this has really been a game changer. For my husband loves it. So people are excited. And one thing I heard, the #1 search word in the last year or two is energy drinks. So that just goes to show you, most people are looking for more energy no matter what they're doing or taking. And it is exciting. And if they don't drink coffee or they're sensitive to coffee, it only has a cup and a half, but this green coffee, then I simply ask them, well, who do you know that needs more energy or wants to feel better and with hydration? And most importantly, it's got this revolutionary new ingredient in it called Mitoburn that helps them you lose weight. Oh, that's it.
Thanks, Eileen. And you're so true. What you say is so true. One of the first things I hear when I talk to new people is, what would you like to get from these products? And they say more energy. That is so across the board. People are struggling. People are exhausted.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me, Becky.
Oh, thanks, Eileen. So one of the things we teach our new people is to keep the business simple. The 3 P's to your Reliv success are people, of course. Without people, we don't have a business, and the products, which are phenomenal. And again, we would not have a business without these amazing products, and the process, which is what we need to study and learn, and that equals growth. So if you're always bringing new people to Reliv, you will succeed. People are our asset, and we counsel to create a living list of those who maybe need more money or better health or a better work-life balance. We don't know what people need, so we need to ask. And retirement or flexibility, just getting fit, maybe losing weight, or more energy, like Eileen just said. That's the #1 search for issue on the internet. People will tell you what concerns them if we ask a question and then listen. And I like to think about what keeps us up at night, or what is it that you think about when you wake up at 3 a.m. And that's going to be the motivation to keep us centered and focused and consistent doing our business. So let's talk a little bit more about this amazing product, Energize Go. We've got the sustained energy, cellular hydration, and the fat burner, which is kind of the game changer for a lot of people. So we're able to deliver a healthy, sustained energy boost. And it's got a little bit of caffeine in it, equivalent to a cup and a half of coffee. And that can really kickstart your morning or your afternoon. And it gives us regulated, even energy. There's no crash. And the premium hydration component is so important because caffeine can be dehydrating, but we can balance our body and combat the diuretic effect of the caffeine and help us rehydrate after maybe traveling or exercise or anything we're doing while we're out and about. And MitoBurn is that revolutionary ingredient that Eileen mentioned that incinerates the unwanted fat and amplifies your exercise. And this is going to catch the attention of probably 95% of the people we talk to. So think about the healthy, even sustained energy and the quality ingredients. There's no artificial sweeteners, 0 calories. And I love these little packets that fit right in your purse, your gym bag, your pocket. So you can take your boost anywhere you go. And the hydration component, which is so important, combined with that unique fat burning benefit, means you can pack a punch every time you drink your Energize Go. So prepare a sample. And I thought this is way cool. So I got the sample cards. I would go with my box. I use the glue dots. You stick your sample packets to the sampling cards, and that's a picture there of one of my samples. You can get the glue dots at Office Depot for about $5 for 60 of the dots. And then I put my contact information on the sample card with stickers. I buy stickers from Vistaprint that match my business cards, and it's got the important information on there that I need people to know. My phone number, my email, my name, of course. And then I put everything, all these assembled little packets back in the box, and then I take the box with me. I don't use it even in a bag. I just take the box and throw it in the car, and I've got it anywhere I go. And I've got a couple in my purse just in case. So what should I say to people about Energize Go? You say, if I give or send you a sample of a new product Reliv just released, would you try it? And if they say yes, what do you say? Very little. And you're just going to give them the highlights, the bullets. It offers the healthy, sustained energy with no crash. It hydrates your cells. That's so important. Dehydration can be so bad. And it will give you a metabolic boost, which means it will help you burn fat. And these 3 points were courtesy of Jim Shaban. I heard him talking about the Energize Go on one of these trainings, and I thought, I love that idea. Just say very little, ask a couple of questions, and then help them to get started. So we also have new people always asking the question, how do we meet new people? And some of the ways I meet new people, of course, I greet people while I'm out and about, and you just, those random meetings when you're at the grocery store or the coffee shop or wherever you might be. But I also believe it's helpful to join groups. And I just rejoined our local business association, which had been closed down through the pandemic. And we had our first mixer last Thursday. So you join, you attend the mixers and the board meetings. I brought in my box of Energize Go, and I talked to the lady signing people in, and I said, do you mind if I sample? And she said, go for it. So I sampled the Energize Go to everybody that I walked up to. I met almost everybody before we started the meeting. I asked for a business card and spoke with them, got to know them a little bit. And then what I did the next day was I called everybody to follow up and begin to set appointments. My question was, did you sample it? What did you think? Share a story, and then enroll and go. So some of the other ways I meet new people is through farmers markets, and that's been a real great tool for me. What we do is we set up an information booth and we offer free services, which catches everybody's attention. Anything free gets people to your booth. And we display the products that we're focusing on. Last summer, we focused on RLV. This summer, we'll focus on the RLV line and the Energize Go. And we have product and catalogs and brochures all on hand. All of them have my sticker on it with my contact information. And then we offer a free metabolic screening, and that's a great way to capture contact information and create discussion. And people are really interested in the scale. There are some people that say no, they don't want to know, of course, but most people will come in and step on the scale. And that really gives us a chance to create conversation, to ask questions. I learned so much about them in about 5 minutes, and then I have all their contact information. And what we did last summer is we raffled off a bottle of Protect every week. And again, you're capturing contact information on the raffle form. So that's the sign that I had made Vistaprint. It was probably about $60. I just took all the information off the website, and I'm in the process of getting a sign now to highlight the Energize Go, and I just put them up on easels at each corner of the booth, and people walk by, it attracts their attention, it's colorful, and then they see free. So they'll stop in and say, hey, what have you got? So it's a great way to meet people. So of course, after the market, within 24 to 48 hours, I call everybody we talk to. I always remind them where we met them, because they're not going to recognize my number, know who the heck I am. I ask them if this is a good time to talk, and then I thank them for taking a moment to speak with me. I like to build on what I already know about them. Everything I have in my notes, everything they told me, I've scribbled it onto the little sheets, whether it's health or their kids or business, and then I'll share a relevant story very quickly. And I like to ask them, would you like to have better health or more energy or whatever it is that they mentioned? And then I tell them, I can show you how this could be an answer for you. Let's get together for a cup of coffee. I love to sit down with people face to face now that we're open back up and we can do that. Or I suggest that we talk to some people over the phone that can actually share more great information. I might mention, I've got a friend that had amazing results. Maybe their child had a behavior issue or whatever their issue might be. We know we've got a story. I always invite them to come back to the market to retest on the scale whenever they wish. Say, if you're working on your diet and you want to come back and retest and see how you're doing, we'd love to have you back. And then I explain their options, and I'll make recommendations based on what they tell us and help them get started. And then, of course, we move into the follow-up phase, which is just great customer service. So the key points to remember as a new distributor, even now, after all these years, copy what successful people do. Work with and listen to your upline. Remember, you don't know everything, and make your business into a learning adventure. And I love this. For those that say no, or the invited guests that don't show up, you can say, it's just simply, this probably wasn't for you anyway. And that might create some dialogue. So a simple goal to guide our activities every day: take people from where they are today to where they want to be tomorrow. And Eric Ville, who's our managing director of Reliv Europe, set this as his simple goal, just to take people from where they are today to where they want to be tomorrow. And that's really what we do in Reliv, is we help people. We change their lives. So the other thing that new people really need to think about is determining their why, their motive for joining Reliv, the reason that you're doing this business. Do you need it? Absolutely. The root word for motivation is motive. That's the engine that drives us. And without it, every day we dally. We don't get busy. We don't take steps. We don't take action. We're aimless. Maybe we're discouraged and defeated. We might feel lost or inefficient. We need to have that why in front of us every day. Embed that motive in your mind and know that Reliv is a vehicle to get you to where you want to be tomorrow. So we think about what limits us in Reliv, and there's a lot of different things that block people's success. And it might be other people's opinions of us joining a network marketing company. Oh no, one of those pyramids. We get a lot of that. Fear of failure, maybe of not reaching the desired goal. Maybe you're afraid of the lack of support, or maybe you're so used to being an employee that the idea of stepping into a self-employment is pretty scary. It is then the fear of failure, fear of responsibility. The commitment needed to be successful is completely different when you have your own business and when you show up for work. We go to work, we know what we're supposed to do, we go through very rote, we do what we do every day, we get paid. This is completely different. We need to get up, plan our own day, and be self-motivated. And the fear of letting others down, maybe our family and our friends. And ego is a big one. A lot of people are unwilling to submit to others' counsel and experience. And that's why I really stress, use your upline, work with your upline, and they have the experience and the knowledge and the expertise to blaze trail for you. Why recreate the wheel or whatever else it might be? But people really need to focus on what our limitations are, and then talk with your upline about an action plan to get around those roadblocks. So what ensures your success? Well, you need to decide precisely what you want. We just talked about that. What is it that you want Reliv to do for you? Write it down. Only 3% of adults actually put their goals on paper. Set a deadline to achieve your plan. You need to have an end date. Otherwise, we just flail around. You have to have an end date. List what you need to do to achieve your goal. Those are your action steps. Then turn your list into your action plan. Work with your upline on this. Organize by priority and sequence. You do the most important tasks first, and these are usually the ones you do not want to do. Do them first, get them out of the day, and then the day is just wide open sailing. Take action immediately. You have to do something, do anything, but you have to take action. So being productive and being busy are not necessarily the same thing. We could spend all day doing busy work and not ever do our business. Doing things won't create your success. Doing the right things will. And remember, if you're doing the wrong things, maybe you're organizing your file or you're working on your database or whatever that busy work might be, doing more of them will not increase your odds of success. It only makes you fail faster. Ask yourself every day, were those actions productive? And if they were not income producing activity, then you need to change what you're doing. So trusting the science of Reliv, this is so exciting. And this is truly what sets our company apart from everybody else that's out there in the world. We have epigenetics, we have the 10 US patents. I'm sure this is an old slide. There's probably more than that. We've got multiple independent studies. And I think this is so important to know that we are not doctors, we are not scientists, most of us. Do not prescribe. Don't try to be the scientist. Avoid overselling. Get people started on a very simple program and let them, over time, with great customer service, fall in love with the products. Then we can talk more about the possibilities of a business down the road. I love the preferred customer program. I am steering everybody that. I want everybody to auto ship. I want everybody to get 20% off and free shipping. That is such an amazing program. And people love the idea of a nice 20% discount. That's a good discount. And the free shipping just takes it over the top. So staying plugged in is really important. You need to know what the heck's going on, right? In Reliv and in the world, the meetings and the trainings and the special events, and get onto the social media, what the new stuff on the website. There's so much training on the website. The mobile app is a wonderful tool. If you don't have the mobile app, you need to get it. The Engage video and the story calls, the trainings and the webinars, just like this today. There's amazing story calls and webinars almost every day of the week. So this is exciting. Talking more about the preferred customer, that getting that 20% and free shipping, and that's on the auto ship. So I always nudge people towards auto ship, and you do need a minimum order of $100 to get the free shipping. So share the news today. Talk to everybody about it. And this top 3 bonus, I know Eileen talked about it, and I've been so blessed to have partaken in this. Be one of our top 3 in new volume this month. You can earn the $3,000 for first place, $2,000 for second place, $1,000 for third place. And If your new volume exceeds 15,000 in points in a month, you'll get an extra $1,000. What an incentive to go out and do what we would do anyway. We're going to share this anyway. So promo 123 is just so cool. This is one of the best things Reliv has ever done. And if you're working on promo 123 every month, your business is going to grow. And promo 1 is $100 product credit for 5 customers and $200 product credit for 10 customers. Promo 2, you personally sponsor 2 quick starts, you'll get $100 in bonuses. If you get that third quick start to complete promo 2, you'll get another $150 for a total of $250 bonuses. That's so awesome. Or promo 3, for every new master affiliate, $125 bonus. So your customers can be retail or preferred, and they must have a minimum of 100 PV to qualify. So know what's going on in Reliv. Here are the important calls this week by the Positively Charged group. This is their momentum starter system. Know about this, get on the Positively Charged Facebook page and follow these calls. They're Monday, we have the Commit to Success training call. Tuesday is the Health to Wealth intro webinar. Wednesday is the coffee chat. Thursday is a short and sweet call. And of course, Saturday morning, this very training that we're on. Every week, week in and week out. Take advantage of the system. So there is a special event coming up in Atlanta on April 14th, and Mindy Jones will be hosting. The featured guests will be Tom Pinnock and Peter Griscom from corporate. And Mindy asked that you RSVP her, and there's her phone number there. So let her know if you can attend and go out and fill the room in Atlanta. So core beliefs for success. These are so important, and we need to really implement these and integrate them into our daily activities. We want to show up. Nothing happens until you show up. You have to take action. Can't think about it, can't wish, can't want. You have to do it. Pick up the phone. Be consistent. Those little actions over time builds a solid business. Be consistent. Do something every day. Have a good attitude. Brighten the room. I do not want to be the person that when I come in the room, everybody runs. That is not my idea of a good time. I want people to be happy to see me. Be committed for a long period of time. Where are you going to be this time next year or in 5 years? Are you committed to the long time goal of making this into a business that can pay you for a lifetime? So have faith and a burning desire. Know that this is where you need to be at the right time, the right place, and a burning desire to be successful. Be willing to pay the price. Neglect is more costly than commitment. Go to the meetings, take the time, get on the calls, call your people, do your follow-up, meet new people, pay the price, and practice integrity. Doing the little things when no one is looking. If you tell somebody you're going to do something, do it. If you cannot do it, let them know as soon as possible, and just practice integrity. Your word needs to be good. So one of my very favorite authors and motivational speakers is Jim Rohn, and this really drills down to what it's all about. Success is nothing more than a few simple disciplines practiced every day. Your learning, your training, your instruction, and your practice, and you will be successful. So who will you speak to today about Reliv? Who's on your list? Do you have your action plan in place? Have you set your goals? And I just want to thank everybody so much for coming on this morning and spending a little time with us with Reliv International, and go enjoy your Saturday. And thanks, Joyce, so much for helping me to do this training this morning.
Thank you so much.